6 years ago, I did this YouTube review video of this Miele washing machine. It's a premium model, and apparently some of you are still watching that original video trying to find out whether or not you should buy it. So I thought I should do a catch-up video and talk about what it's been like to have this machine for the last 6 years. This is a W1 Classic. It's a model which, as far as I can work out, Miele no longer sell. However, I've looked at their product range and all their washing machines are broadly similar. They all have the same programs, the same touchscreen display, and probably the same mechanics behind it as well. So a lot of what I've learned from this particular model, I think will apply to most of the Miele range. You might wonder how good this washing machine is at washing. It's a really important question. Not something I've considered up until this point, to be honest. I chuck my washing in it, it comes out, I dry it, we wear it and repeat the cycle, literally. So I did think about this in order to do this video, and I have to say, so much of it depends on the detergent you use, the kind of stains you're putting in, etc., how often you wash your clothes. Broadly speaking, pretty much everything that I've washed in it for the last 6 years has come out clean, with the exception of a couple of badly stained things. I think it does its job. Let's talk about the washing cycles. Now, I have lived in Canada. I've had a top-loading washing machine and I love it. One of the reasons I loved using it was it had very short wash cycles, about 20 minutes. A great advantage of this Miele machine and most Mieles is they have an express cycle. It's 20 minutes by default. You can lengthen it to 30 minutes if you wish. The problem is, if you want to step up from that and have a bit longer washing, there are very limited options. There are some cycles that are around about 40 minutes or an hour, but they are specialist cycles like the woolens and delicates, and they have limited spin options on them. If you want to go to something for everyday washing, you need to use one of the cotton cycles. And the standard length of time for their cotton wash is 2.5 hours. If you want the ecological cotton wash, it's 3 hours. It is absolutely crazy how long the washes are, and I have really missed having something that is between that 30-minute and 2-hour option. Now, this washing machine, like a lot of modern washing machines, has a touchscreen control panel. The only thing that you control with the dial is your choice of programs. So everything from the temperature to the spin to the on-off is controlled via the touchscreen. I haven't had any problems using that. The only problem we've had is it's extremely easy to lean against the washing machine and accidentally turn it off. And if you are midway through a 3-hour washing cycle, there's no going back. The machine will drain, it will stop, and you have to start the whole thing all over again. And that is really irritating. Miele washing machines have a crease cycle. What that means is that at the end of the washing, once the drum has drained and it's waiting to be emptied, it'll turn over occasionally. So the drum will just keep repeatedly turning every few seconds for up to half an hour. And that's really annoying as well, because I don't think it actually does anything. It just wastes electricity. The good news is you can turn this off. The bad news is it took me 6 years to find this out, and it was only when I read the instruction book last night that I discovered it. You need to go into the control panel and make a few selections, and then it's off for good. A few people asked in the comments for the original video whether this washing machine has an audible alert at the end of the cycle. It's a pretty standard thing on washing machines these days, but incredibly, it's not available on this Miele model. So if that's something that's important to you, it's worth checking in the small print before you buy a Miele. Something that Miele pride themselves on is the quietness of these washing machines. Again, it's not something I've given a great deal of thought to until I came to doing this review. This machine is not loud, but it's also not particularly quiet. It is fine, and we've never really commented on it in the entire 6 years we've had it until I sat down to work out the pros and cons. So it's not a major selling point, but it's also not a negative. So there you go. That's my conclusion of 6 years of owning a Miele washing machine. If there is a burning question you want answered before you make a purchase of one of these premium machines, then please do drop it in the comments down below. And if you found this video helpful, then please click the like button, and I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe and hit the notification buttons. Thank you very much for watching.